Hello everyone and welcome back to my beautiful channel. In the previous videos, we explained how to print messages and numbers on the screen. However, today I'm going to explain a very important topic, which is Java variables. I'll try to simplify things as simple as I can. Because of that, I prepared an amazing PowerPoint. So let's go. Java variables. What is a variable? The variable is nothing but a box that stores a value, so we can use it later. Variables and memory. When a variable is created, Java stores its value in the memory. Java remembers this value while the program is running. In other words, if a value is stored inside the variable, inside this box, so this box has a place, and in this case, its place is our memory. So the variable is stored in our memory. To simplify things, I prepared this picture. This is our memory. It has empty places and filled places. If you look at these three filled places, they are filled with our variables. Okay, so the variables, our variables, are stored in the memory in some places. Creating a variable. To create a variable, we should give our variable a type. This type is integer. Don't be worried about the types of the variables. I will explain them later on. It has a name, our variable, it has a name, and it has a value. And this equal operator is to assign this value to the name, okay? I will give examples, don't worry. Type of the variable. As we said, our variable has a type. Its type here is integer. By the way, if you want to assign a value to our variable, if the type is integer, the value should be an integer. Okay, so as we said, it has a type and its type here is integer. It has a name. We can name it whatever we want, and it has a value, and in this case the value is 20. Printing a variable. As we agreed to print something on the screen, we should use system.out.println. And in this case, to print our variable, we should put between the parentheses the name of our variable. And in this case, for example, our variable has a value of 20. If we write system.out.println age, it will print on the screen 20. It will not print age, as we said, it will print 20, the value of our variable. Let's say you want to update your variable, and simply you can put age equal 25. You cannot write again integer age equal 25 because age is already existed variable. So simply, if you want to update age, for example, in this case we have integer age equal 20, just I want to update age and put another number and assign another number or new number. So simply I put age equal the new number, and this case is 25. So if I come and write system.out.println age, it will print 25 and it will not print 20 since we updated our variable. Okay, next. Using variables. We have many ways to use variables, and this is an example. Integer x equal 5. I created one variable, and I created another variable, integer y equal 3, and I perform the add operation between x and y, system.out.println x plus y. It will definitely print on the screen the addition between 5 and 3, which is 8. So what we have covered till now, variables store values. As we said, Java keeps them in the memory. Values can change anytime. We can update values anytime. As we said, variable components. The variable has a type. What kind of data? I will cover all the data types of the variables later on. It has a name, how we refer to it. Okay, you can name the variable whatever you want, and it has the value, the data stored in the memory. And by the way, the value, yes, the type of the value depends on the type of the variable. For example, in our case we use integer, so we should store 20. yes, or 25 or 30. We cannot store a decimal number, and I will cover everything which is related to this concern. You should be familiar with the names that are used when we are working with variables. And the first name is declaration. Declaration is nothing but creating a variable without giving it a value. For example, integer age, semicolon, without giving it a value. The next name is assignment. Assignment is giving a value for an existed variable, okay? So for example, I declare integer age without a value, then I assign 20 to it. I give it a value. And finally, initialization. Initialization is both declaration and assignment. In other words, it's creating a full variable in our code. So now I will try to give some useful examples to master these ideas. I will establish a class to memorize things, okay? As we said, public class, and name the class as the file's name, lesson 3, and establish a main inside the class, public static void main string, okay. Then open brackets, I will create new variables, integer e for example equal to, and this is initialization, okay? This is what called initialization, is creating a full variable with assigning for it a value, sorry. So another variable, integer h for example equal 3, and I would like to perform a multiplication between these two variables and present the result on the screen. System.out.println k e times h. Okay, just would like to print an empty line, and the result is shown on the screen. So I would like to give you another example to show you the declaration and the assignment. Okay, so integer x semicolon. So this is declaration. Okay, I declare a new variable without giving it a value. Okay, so x equal, for example, 5. So this is assignment. Okay, I am assigning or giving x a value which is 5. Okay, so I can easily print x on the screen. Okay. And the final example for today is how to create a new variable from existing variables. For example, integer z equal x plus e plus h. What I'm telling Java is to create a new variable of type integer, and its name is z, and its value is the addition between the previous variables which are e, h, and x. Okay, so I can easily use z and print it on the screen, and definitely it will display 10 on the screen. So this is for today. Be prepared for the next video. I will cover all the data types of the variables.